Okay, here's my mission game plan for these next few months of my life. Here's what I'm basically doing, so you all know, so you all have an idea of what is my thought process every day. So basically, number one right now is finding a way to support myself, finding a job. So actively every single day, I I have been giving out my resume. I have been applying to different places online. I've been looking at different formaciones and schools that I can um, potentially join. So that's what I'm doing on that front. And I'd say when I say priority number one, I kind of have like three. I'd like to think like this isn't like my like sole priority like job, even though in this world that we live in, I do need to sustain myself. So I don't want to make it just because of like what I believe. Like that's not my sole priority, but it is one of the top three. The second one, community and friends, and I actually have gotten a little closer to that in my neighborhood. I live in Albaicin. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Wow, that's so funny. Me immediately talking about my oh, Bye, that's so funny. That's so funny. Me literally talking about like I want to make friends and I want to make community and all that good stuff. I just opened my computer and this is if I'm not checking my WhatsApp on my phone on my flip phone, I don't know where it is. I'm checking it on my computer. One, because it's just easier to type, and two, because it's big. So I just opened it up, and I actually just got accepted to the basically neighbor group chat in Albaicin. And hey, let's see what's happening here. There is a Albaicin Somos Barrio. Oh, they're gonna do another movie night this Wednesday, the 29th. Is it the 29th? Oh no, it's not. It's the 24th. They're doing the 29th, okay, at, what does that say? Not at 10, sorry. Oh, La Gracia de Paulo Sorrentino. Okay, that's so nice. They've been doing this. They've been doing these movie nights. I didn't go to the last one, but I think I actually want to go to this one. This one looks kind of good. It's like an old man in a cute little detective hat, and what's that? En la penumbra and the wait. Okay, it says it here. La gra- La Gracia. Un presidente, un perdón, un legado. Oh, this is gonna be some history lesson. This will be fun. Okay, and then there's this other family, or not family, neighbor group chat that it's, how do we? The other group chat is like it is also a neighbor group chat, but it's kind of more of like acciones. So like, what are we gonna do like right now? Um, oh gosh, where is it? Okay, so they're saying there's something going on. There is the support and the judicial process against Daniel Esteve. He's the leader of Desocupa. Oh, Sonocupa here in Spain is someone who um, occupies a unit, a apartment, a house, literally anywhere, and they don't have any papers. They're not signed on the house, but there's a lot of protection with these people. So because housing here is a right, so it's in the Constitution. I don't know exactly. Actually, I talked about this with someone in Sevilla, and they kind of explained more. So let me backtrack that. It's in the Constitution, but I think it's a little gray area of if it's a right or not. Um, so they're trying to, yeah, yes, sure. Yes, amedrentamientos. So they're trying to show how, fucked up this guy is, and he's racist. Oh, yes. Okay. So they're like, okay, everyone sign here. Oh, and it looks like he's like a YouTuber. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah. This is a guy who just uses misinformation and not He's not a good man. Hold on. I need to sign this, y'all. Let me do something for my peeps. Oh, gotta do something for my peeps. Oh, soy, me. I don't have Gmail. Well, I do have Gmail, but I don't utilize it as my main anymore. I use Proton. No, I didn't say D. Proton dot me. Okay, perfect. Just signed it. But I do need to introduce myself. That was one of the things that the thing said. It's like, introduce yourself in the group chat, and I still have to do that because I want to make my entry better. And on top of that, someone also just texted me, well, not just, but like 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago, talking about like, let's hang out today. Because I am also trying to make friends at the same time. I am trying to make friends at the same time. So this is good. So that was my second priority. My third priority, to learn. To learn. And what I mean that is I need to be open to being a forever student. And I remember I would get on my ex about he was just always talking about like I want to I thought he already responded. I was like, what? Um I kind of judged him for always wanting to be in school, and because he was always like, I I just want to like keep learning, like I want to stay in school, and I want to like end up just being a teacher, and it kind of just frustrated me because I'm like, why wouldn't you want to go in the field of what you're doing first, get some experience, and then become a teacher? But there are some people who are just forever students, and I think it's good to take some of those traits. I think when you accept that to be a forever student, it you give yourself that space to to not be to not have that cockiness of, oh, I know it. When you admit and when you sit with being a forever student, you're open. You're open. You're not worried about being right or wrong. You're worried about, okay, what else can I know? What else is true about this? But it is also good to know the lie, because then that just shows you the truth. It's good to know that, oh, like that's not true. No, the earth isn't flat. Shit spins. Is it flat? I don't know. But just be a forever student. So those are my three things right now. So sustain myself financially, find community and find friends, and three, be a forever student. Those are my big three right now. And if you would have asked me maybe like 2 months ago, I probably would have been like, maybe finding a romantic interest. I would try to slip that in there, but honestly, like that's not on my mind. Um, I am at a point right now where I'm not denying myself the opportunity to find love, but I'm just like, let that stuff come about naturally without me looking for it. Like I'm not at a point where I'm on the hunt for it. Sex is different, but um, that a lasting one comes out of friendship. So it's like if you just live your life and you just keep meeting and you keep making connections, the rest will follow suit. So there's no need to do that. And also, uh, I have standards now. Not that I didn't before, but I there are things that I'm more weary of, and that I'm yeah, more cognizant of. Um, yeah, just wanted to show where I am, where my mental space is right now, and what I'm uh he's just texting me. He's like, "Cuando?" Like when? Because I'm like, "Let's go for a coffee," and I'm like, "Right now, ahora." Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go have this coffee now and go enjoy the rest of my day. But yeah, I think that's it. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Hi, I'm back. I went out and I met with that person, that friend, and oh, guys, lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. But let me just. This will be the theme of what we're talking about right now, and it's please. Oh my gosh, please. This is my aviso. This is my warning to everybody. Please, never lose your sense of imagination. And I mean that in ways creatively, like just let's say artistically, right? But I also mean that in the way our world works. Don't lose your imagination of how things can be better and how things don't need to be how they are right now in this capitalist structure. Things are this is so unnatural. It constantly needs to be reinforced that we need to have the imagination of a world that comes after, because there was a world before capitalism and there will be one after. We just need to have the imagination and the openness to think of a better world. And while I was talking with I say this because while I was talking with the guy, the friend I was hanging out with, we were just, like getting into everything's political. So obviously we were talking about politics, and I, I'm hearing like what he's saying, and it's like, oh, there's no way that, uh, you can live without working. Like that's just not possible. And I'm like, well, I mean, like living in the system that we're living in now, you're right, it's not possible, and that's the problem. That we have people on the streets, and that there's this whole notion that if you're not working, you don't have a right to live, and it's like a dignified life, and it's just like wrong. It's so wrong and unnatural, and that's not correct. So I was just trying to tell him and let him know, like, don't lose your imagination. Do not lose your imagination for a better world and for systems that that are going to need your imagination, that are going to need your input, because at the end of the day, what is going to help this world is community. It's is love and community, and I know people are just can hear that and will just regard it for that's fantasy land and that can't work, that can't happen, no sé qué, like, but it can, and it happens when we don't lose our imagination and we are open to change, and don't accept that this is what it is and that we have to adapt, because that's what he was saying a lot, like you just have to adapt to the way the world is, and that's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. And it's like, don't give up. Do not feed into the myths and the lies that the 1%, the capitalist class, tell you, because it's not true at all. It is not true. I love someone. Oh, I saw this somewhere on a video where someone said an economist an economist that doesn't recognize the fallacies that we have in this capitalist system, because when you learn about economics, they don't even mention capitalism because they already deem it as the default, as the natural, when that's not true. So that kind of economist, their worst nightmare is an anthropologist, because an anthropologist shows you, they study human relations and human systems that have worked outside of the bounds and box of capitalism. So it's 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 all about not losing your imagination. It really, really is, and not getting jaded, because, and I understand for people who, when you have your experiences in this world and you are just battered and bruised and beaten down, it is very easy to just fall into it and be like, well, I've been able to find a comfy life now, and I'm not trying to rock the boat. But it's important to go beyond that, and when you are in a point of privilege and comfortability where you can say, okay, now how can I help my fellow man? How can I help the people in my community also get better? So yeah, let's smoke this joint. I just having that conversation with with him. It made me a little sad because I can see how jaded he is in that aspect, and um, it's you can't be mad at someone who's saying this, especially when that person had a really tough time. Came This person, he's from Venezuela. He came from the global south, and he worked his way out and got to Spain, and that's a lot of people. A lot of people are are in that path, in that trajectory, and that when they hear of I mean, I don't want to, like, it's not handouts, that's what it's sold as. It's just handouts. But when they hear of, people being able to benefit from government programs, they're like, well, why didn't they have to work? And that is something that is valid in human nature, of feeling like I had to do all that shit and now you just get what you want. And I can totally see how you can get, jaded and uninterested in solutions that, revolve around not having people work to live anymore, when that's all you have to do. So I understood where he was coming from. Like, I wasn't like mad at him for not getting it. Like, no, I understand. But I just told him, I'm like, please, for me, try to build that imagination where we can think of a world after capitalism. Because I told him, like, the world's changing. The world is changing very rapidly, and people are being, especially our age, because he's 21. I was like, people our age and younger and we're being prepped for a world that is not going to exist very, very soon. It's literally in its death right now. We are watching it die. And I I feel for him. I really do. I really, really do. I really think that I like having conversations with people that don't agree, because it just gives you a space to exercise your mind and your mouth and to get your point across, but to also hear what they're saying and to understand where they're coming from, because there's just not a lot of people are talking with a critical mind in usage, and we need more of that. We need a lot more of that. We need a lot more of willingness to understand, and just more spaces to talk, to get these thoughts out, and then to brainstorm together, and to actually come up with solutions. Because like he was, this is just an example. He was like, well, tell me one communist country that works. And then, they bring up the capitalist class likes to put in our minds, they bring up the example of authoritarian governments that are not actually representations of a functioning communist or socialist country. So it's like, and then they mix communism and socialism. I'm like, that's not the same. Or they assume communism then is automatically authoritarianism. I'm like, that's not the same. Like, no. We need to separate these words apart and these terms, because and when he said, like, show me an example, I'm like, show me an example of a capitalist country succeeding right now. Because is what's going on working right now? Obviously it's not. Obviously it's not working. So yeah, but please, this is my final request to everyone here. Do not lose your sense of imagination. Do not lose it. Because in the coming months, years, decades, there is going to be a need for you and your local community and your local chapter, whatever it is, to have the imagination and the critical thinking to help build a new way of life. It is coming, it is coming, it is coming, it is coming, and we need people who are open to change, and who are open to new ways of thinking, and who don't get turned off by hearing communism and socialism, even though I really believe that that's a solution that, well, it's not a one-size-fits-all, let's just say that, first of all. But the solutions that are going to come about in the next couple of years are going to be have to call it something else and not use the same names that are already tainted by just so much propaganda. Like it's unfortunately it's not going to be communism, right? And it's not going to be a pure socialist. No, like no. Honestly, me, if you're asking me, anarchism, anarchism, and I am not the best person to describe anarchism because I'm still learning. I'm still a student. I'm a forever student. So right now, don't ask me all the technicalities and the logistics of it because baby girl, I'm still learning. And this is the thing. This is what people think needs to happen. They think the solution needs to come out in a one size package, like boom, right there. Like this is everything we need to do. When it's like, no, these are going to be things that we need to work on as a local community. This is why I say like you're going to need to get in contact with your local community, and this is where the change is going to come from. Because every community is different. Every community is different. So what I really believe is that in the future that we're going into, it's going to be a very decentralized way of governance, you could say, uh, and it's going to need to be in the hands of the people. The people are going to need to be the writers of this new reality. So yeah, yes. All right, let's smoke. Enough of that shit. Let's smoke. Oh, I want to see if I can. Is there a way? Let me see. Maybe I can use this. Maybe I can use this. I can use this as a little holder. Earlier, I was telling you guys that I joined the neighborhood WhatsApp group chat here in Albaicin in Granada, where I live, and okay, let me bring this a little closer. And I did join. I did join, and oh my goodness, I am so happy. I finally sent in my little. I'll read it to you guys. I'll read it. I just wanted to give like just little introduction. I know I said I was gonna smoke. Let me just read this and then I'll do that shit. This is why if you want to smoke circle with me, girl, tell me to hit it because I'm gonna just keep talking. Um, I was like, hola, muy buenas tardes vecinos, me llamo Gabriel, pero puedes llamarme Gaby. Recién he mudado al barrio con mi madre y hermanita hace un mes y pico y estoy muy emocionada para unirme en este grupo. Un saludo a todos. And that just means hi, good afternoon, neighbors. I am Gabriel, but you can call me Gabby. That's my nickname. I just moved to the neighborhood with my mom and my little sister. Like since a month and like oh my gosh, translating IRL in real time. A month and a half ago, and I'm really excited to join in a part of this group. Hi, un saludo, hello, everyone, a greeting to everyone. You know, super simple. And right away, like the next minute, Alfonso dice, bienvenido, Gaby. Oh, Alfonso, bitch, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry, girl. I was so happy he gave me that. That was so nice. And then Carmen Martinez seemed to have, oh, she gave me a heart and a clap. That's so nice. Thank you, Carmen. If you're seeing this, Carmen, thank you. Um, all right, let's hit this. Hold on. And I got my incense going too, and I keep it nice. And even though I do like the smell of bud, you know, that's me. I know it's not for everyone, so I want to be respectful in this house. But let's get on with it. Why did this hit taste like salami? I need to get an ashtray. I do not have an ashtray. Why did I blow that on the mic? I do not have an ashtray, and I just be ashing shit on my plant balcony. Maybe what I can do. Should I do this? I don't think I should, but I can use this as an ashtray for now. I have this little turtle. Oops. In this little turtle. If you remove his tail from his butt, remove it, and then you open here, there's a little drawer space. So that's what that is. I guess I'll just have it as my little makeshift ashtray for now, because I just have not ever had one. I've just been dumping that shit outside. Oh, shit, I keep doing it. Keep doing it. Um, but here's another thing also with just our system, how it is right now. It also removes our the good sense of individuality, because individualism, not good. But being an individual and having a sense of self is. It's funny, right? It's funny how things sound like they can contradict each other. But it really doesn't, because you add more to a group with diversity. Because it's I love how things work that way, where okay, we can have a group, but if everyone's the same, then there's no growth from it. Diversity encourages growth and development, and not just growth in the sense of economic and numbers. No. This is, if anything, real valuable growth in society, in art, in just how we treat each other. So it's really cool how being an individual and having a sense of self and being and staying true to yourself actually does more than being like everyone else. But then on top of that, it's not just okay, just don't be an individual. It's not just that. You need to learn how to be an individual with other individuals in a group, because that's the strongest thing you can create. You can't, it's not, oh my gosh, what was it in My Little Pony when everyone had the same cutie mark? Starlight Glimmer? Starlight Shimmer. Oh my god, all the My Little Pony fans are gonna attack me. It's been a fucking minute. I forget the names. Sometimes. It's Starlight Glimmer. I'm pretty sure. But when she basically had like everyone being the same, it's like, that's not, it ain't cute, girl. One, it isn't cute. I don't like how it looks. Just aesthetically, that's just me. But two, that's not helping nobody. Like no advancement, no innovation is coming from that. And here's another lie. Here's another lie they feed you, that capitalism is a breeder of innovation, when it is, bitch, it's not. Sorry to cuss. It's not. Plain and simple. It's not. Especially when the artisan class doesn't even exist the way it did. Let me give it to them. The ones who are still hanging on by a thread, we need to help them. Love y'all. But there used to be so much more of us. I would like to be a part of the artisan class. That's why I say us. Okay. What did you guys think of the dancing videos? I'm in a very confined space, so obviously I can't dance like crazy. But what do we think? What do we think? I'm still gonna do it because like what you think doesn't determine what I'm gonna do, but I'm curious. It's okay to be curious and to want to know what's your opinion and your thoughts. Well, I am going to listen to some Mercedes Sosa now. Oops. I'm going to go listen to some Mercedes Sosa. I have I've been listening to a lot of Janet and Kim Petras, and also Mercedes Sosa, but just some days I just want to think more in Spanish. I guess is the best way to say it. Like when I listen to music in Spanish and when I'm constantly talking in Spanish, it helps me make that the default in what I'm also thinking, like in my head. Like so, and it just helps me. I also changed like literally all of my devices, everything I can, to Spanish. Even games. Oh my gosh, gaming in Spanish helps you so much. Just a tip right there. If you want to better your whatever language you're learning, really go play the game. Play the game in your language. You are gonna you're gonna learn words that you would not have come up, but like are actually like good as fuck to know. Like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bye.